Today we're going to look at how to create a bulletin board for your classroom. Hey there, I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You. Thank you so much for joining me. Now when you first create your bulletin board, it really is inviting for your students and your parents when they first enter the classroom or the school, so they can see what you are capable of and what you're going to be doing throughout the year. And as time goes by, your bulletin board is going to serve a wonderful purpose of showcasing your students' work. Now, there are some people that love creating bulletin boards, and then there's others like me. I'm not artistic, it is not my thing, so we're going to be looking at a more simplified version of how to create a bulletin board that's still beautiful and artistic. All right, so let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is find your theme. You want to look at a theme that works for you and your class. My favorite one has been the superhero theme, because I love teaching children how they all have their own strengths and how they're just, so that I can empower them right from the get-go, because it helps build my classroom community and environment so that I have minimal classroom management issues later on. So that's one of the things that I like to do, so I use that. And if you would like to use it as well, if you click on the link for the full episode, you'll actually look at, just scroll down and you'll see the link to the resource itself that I use as well. Okay, so that's number one, find your theme. Number two is actually start with the outside in mind. So what I mean by that is you're going to go, once you have your idea, your theme, look for borders that actually match that theme, and also look for background paper that's going to match your theme. So some people use paper, I use paper. Some people use fabric. Now fabric is a little bit pricier, but it lasts you a long time. Paper does not last you as long, but it has lasted me a couple of years, or a few years now. So what the kind of paper I use is are ones where they don't fade, because otherwise I have to change it like constantly. In the beginning I was using faded ones and like a black background, and it just faded over time. So I've now chosen like brighter colors, like yellow, for example, as a background, or orange. So using a background and borders is going to help you. The second thing you want, or the third thing you want to do, is discover or involve your students. So instead of you having to do every single thing, actually invite your students to participate in creating the your big bulletin board. So one of the things I did first was I had my husband actually create a big octopus for my background, for my superhero theme, because then the kids could take it down, kind of thing. But if you were doing this on your own, you wouldn't be, obviously, you could ask for help, or you could just create a more simplified version of it. When your students are working, I get them to work on the sheets for their superhero theme, and then I actually post it on the bulletin board. This is excellent because I do it right on the first day, because we have Meet the Teacher night within that first week. Actually, within the first couple of days, we already have Meet the Teacher night. So when parents walk in, before they even get into my class, they get to see their students' work, or the child's work, on the bulletin board. So they already know what we worked on, and they already have an idea of where we're going for the rest of the year, right? So that's what I like to do. Now, if you want to see my actual bulletin board that I created for the superhero theme, with, of course, my husband's help, mostly my husband's help there, for the octopus thing, you can click on the link where it says full episode and go right to the image, scroll to the mid or bottom portion. You'll see like a full image of the bulletin board, so that you can get some ideas, or take whatever you like from it, and you can create your own. Again, if you're doing it on your own, don't create such a big center image. Just do something small, and then have like different things around. I don't put students' names on there anymore, because it was just such a hassle where we had to switch desks and chairs and students on the day of, that I had to start taking names off the bulletin board. So that's why I started using their work, and it works out beautifully. So let's recap really quickly what we talked about. Number one, we looked at really the importance of creating a bulletin board without, in a simple way, without having to go overboard. And we looked at three main parts to your bulletin board. First, find your theme. Second, look at the start with the outside. And then third, you want to actually invite your students, or involve your students, to help you create the rest of that bulletin board. And again, if you want to look at it, click on the link where it says full episode and go right to see that. And you can also grab the resource on the article as well. Okay? If you have any questions, remember you can email me, and remember in the meantime to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in a little while. Take care. Bye.